Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Lisa Griggs. I'm with Team Win the Winner's Circle. This is part of our exciting interview and training series. So today we have Michelle calling, or she's on our Zoom, actually, not calling in, but on our Zoom all the way in Indiana. And I'm so excited to have you on today. Thank you for
I'm
joining.
excited too.
I want to ask you, first of all, is your birthday in May?
May 14th.
I'm the 19th. So I was like, I saw your email address and I
Yeah,
was like, oh my gosh, I think
yeah.
she was born the same time I was.
I
So
think we're the same age too.
we are. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, she's born 5 days. Yeah, 5 days before me. So
I'm older than you. Wow.
I have it, but not by much. But happy birthday. You just had a birthday
Thank you.
today.
Same to you.
My
Yeah,
fellow
thank you.
Taurus. I love it. I love it. I saw
Yes.
that and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to ask her. So have you been, are you from Indiana? I know, so I want to just get to know you
Yeah.
today. So maybe you
Yes.
tell me about yourself.
I am from Indiana. I was married at 20, have three sons that I had in my 20s. They're all in their 20s now. And I've been in Alabama for about 11 years, give or take, but I'm thinking of moving back. It's just kind of up in the air. So I'm kind of back and forth working on my business, reconnecting with old friends and family and all of that, and just working my business. So
So
I'm just
awesome.
sharing the great news.
Yeah. So when you say your business, do you do NewULife full time?
Yes. Yes. I was
Okay.
a stay-at-home mom, didn't work. I had too many health concerns. It kind of kept me from being able to work even after my kids reached a certain age. I had everything you can imagine wrong with me, day-to-day pain and just all kinds of things. I mean, lists and lists of things. And NewULife has absolutely changed my life. I mean, in every way possible. I feel like a completely different person. And I just started in December.
So
And
you're
yeah,
kind of a new kid on the block
I'm a
too.
newbie. Yes.
Yes, I love it. Well, okay, so we're in the same club.
Yes. Yes.
Because I'm new kid on the block too. And I like being the
Yes.
new kid on the block. Yeah, it's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
It's super
It
refreshing.
is very exciting.
Yeah, because pretty much everybody I think that I've interviewed has been here for a minute. So it's
Yes.
good too with the longevity of just, what everybody has experienced being
Hmm.
here so long, but that's awesome. So
Yes.
when you came into the business, what was the product that you really gravitated towards?
Well, when I was first approached with with NewULife, I had just ordered some what was a compound of testosterone from another company. And I was tired of being sick and tired since I was 25, 26 is when I started really falling apart. So I had been talked to about this by a friend. I went to this company, they did blood work and all that kind of stuff, and they put me on a testosterone compound. Well, um, I met Jordan on Facebook around that time, and I was telling him about my journey with that. And I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit of energy increase, a little bit of libido increase, but other than that, my skin was starting, my face and everything was starting not to look as good as it had. Even being as ill as I was, I don't think my skin ever looked that great. But I'm like, well, if this does not get any better, and my whole reason for reaching out was to help my health, that was the main reason. And I just kind of went back to him and I was like, well, I have a week or two left of this. I paid a lot of money for it. I'm going to use it, but tell me more about your product. And if this doesn't do anything more for me, I'm going to try, I tried the gel first. That was my very first thing I tried. Within 2 or 3 days, I had all over body pain and inflammation. Um, about half my life, since I told you my health was falling apart. So it within 2 or 3 days, one day I noticed I didn't have like any pain, inflammation, head to toe. I mean, nowhere. And I reached out to Jordan and I'm like, uh, because it was so gradual, so sudden, and you're so used to being in pain and you don't even realize
Wow.
that you are actually feeling better.
Hmm.
Because mentally I was starting to feel better. I was very hopeful, but skeptical, because I had tried so many over the counter things. I was always on supplements. I always tried to stay away from prescription. medications. I don't like prescription medications. But I just said, I feel incredible. And then once I had that day, 2 or 3 days in, I just mentally, physically, spiritually, everything was just aligning and balancing. And I just started feeling better and better and better, was starting to lose a little bit of weight. Just energy level was great. My mental clarity got, it was incredible. I thought my mind was starting to kind of go, you go in a room and forget why you went in there, that kind of thing, just, off and on. And, but then, when the TriMLT came out, I started that. I ended up losing about 16 pounds. I've kind of leveled out weight wise, but my muscle tone and I think I've lost all the fat I need to. Right now I'm just toning and all of that. And my workouts are just incredible. I mean, if I had not worked out for a period of time, even if it was just a few weeks, I could not do more than 2 or 3 minutes on an elliptical machine and maybe 2 or 3 of each exercise equipment, because I work out everything. Every, movement you can do, I always did, because I hurt everywhere and I was tight everywhere. But since I've been on these products, and then I got on the Soma Night, and then just about a little over a month ago, I think I got on the MLT, and I was like, holy moly. I reached out on our chat and I'm like, guys, what's the difference between this? Why is this making my workouts like so much more incredible? And they were just talking about it a little bit. And I'm like, I should have added this a long time ago, because it was just helping me get rid of excess fluid and just all kinds of things. And my workouts were just even better than they were. But since I've been on the products, I lost the weight before I got back in a workout routine, because we had just moved. And then after I lost the weight, I started going back to the gym, and I got back to my, like every other day type thing or whatever. But when I went, I was on an elliptical machine. I always start out with that. And I went, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. I was like at 30, and I was like, I could keep going. I felt like I could have stayed on there for hours. And then I went and did my other exercise, machines. And I'm like, before I know it, it's like right now I'm doing 2-hour workouts. Every time I go. Sometimes I'm going more than just every other day. And I just can't get enough. I just have so much energy. And even I don't think I've had a good night's sleep since I've been a mother, and then after that, it was because of my health. And I always woke up exhausted, mental fog. They call it fiber fog, because I had fibromyalgia diagnosis, all these other diagnoses, had a hysterectomy, and thyroid issues. I have 7 thyroid nodules, one that's toxic, migraines, severe TMJ. That's just some of the things I've had wrong with me. But these products have just given me my life back. And I feel, the Somaderm definitely is the foundation and the basis, the best thing to start with. But just, I feel like now I've really gotten on every product that I really feel I need. And I feel so leveled out, so balanced. I didn't really have trouble after my hysterectomy. That was 13 years ago, my early 40s or whatever. I didn't really have trouble with, any kind of side effects like women get, like the hot flashes, that kind of thing. But just my other health issues that I had, those were just a lot worse, and they stood out more, I guess. Even if I would have had symptoms from the hysterectomy, I guess I probably wouldn't have noticed. It would have been mixed in with everything else I had wrong with me, all in the pot, but just after being on these products and just, trying the next thing that comes out, the next thing, I am so excited to see what else could possibly come out, because I sleep so sound. The first night, I actually slept through the night, because I would wake up several times. I would have a racing heart, just all kinds of things like that. And it was just like a surge of adrenaline almost, and I couldn't go back to sleep. And I got to the point where the first night that I got a good night's sleep, I just went to sleep pretty quickly. And then when I woke up, I thought, oh, it's probably only been like a couple, 3 hours, whatever. I slept, about like 6 or 7 hours. And I was like, whoa, it's morning. I actually slept through the night and I actually am wide awake. I feel great. I'm ready to go. And I have nights occasionally where I might only get a couple of hours of sleep or 4 hours of sleep, but I'm up as soon as the gym's open. I go to the gym. I make it through the day with no problem. I don't feel, all drained and lethargic and all of that. And it's just incredible. I mean, it's
Gosh, that's so
such a
awesome.
miracle.
I love this product, the Triumph. See, that's
Yes.
what you were talking
Mhm.
about, right? So this is
Mhm.
the Somaderm, which is what Michelle was talking about. I was also like you, I was taking the Somaderm and
Mhm.
then I thought, well, I have the Triumph LT here.
Yeah.
I might as well start taking it. And that's when I really saw the results start to kick in
Mhm.
with the weight loss.
Right.
I mean, and the my body definition, like
Mhm.
my muscles, like it was amazing, like
Yeah.
almost supernatural. Because I'm doing Pilates and lifting weights and all that, like you are in the gym,
Yeah.
but not seeing the results on just the Somaderm. I mean, I was seeing
Right.
great results on the Somaderm, but when
Mhm.
I started that Triumph LT, it was like it bumped everything up another level. So I
Yeah.
can completely relate to that. And I
Yeah.
love that product. Like I love the way it tastes. I take it every day, like will not be, without it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just they're amazing, amazing products. I'm so glad that you got the results that you got on these amazing
Me
products
too.
because that can be really life changing.
Mhm.
Health is wealth. And
Yes.
never heard a business person on their deathbed say, that they wanted to make more money. They're more
Mhm.
concerned about their health. When they're in that place. And I often joke and say, yeah, this is cheaper than medical bills for sure.
That's what I say too. Or
Yeah.
paying for prescriptions that are going to harm you, or have bad side effects. I mean,
Yeah, and you've been through so much with your health. So this
yeah.
is really, really important to you to take care of your health
Mhm.
because obviously
Mhm.
you've had some real big challenges and have had go through these surgeries and just different things that you've
Mhm.
experienced. So obviously it's in the forefront of your mind to
Mhm.
really be an advocate. Is that kind of what took you into the business? Like what transitioned you into the business? It was just obviously you were getting all the results and then you decided to do this full time, or have you had success in direct selling before?
I have been in a couple of companies. I guess I won't really say their names, but this was years ago, back in my 20s, and it was like I remember specifically a couple that was getting me in this business. They took me to a department store, had me try on furs, showed me all these expensive cars that they were able to buy and everything. And I'm like, and they sold wellness products
Right.
too. And I'm like, okay, this I am not a materialistic person at all. That I mean, that did not interest me at all. So I did not stay in there very long. I did use their products for a short period of time, but yeah, it was nothing like what this is. I originally signed up just because I knew I would get credit for what I purchased. And once I started noticing results so fast, I was glad I did because I mean, I can't not be 2 feet from somebody, like you've said before, without talking to somebody about
Mhm.
it. No matter where I am. I mean, I have no trouble sharing it. I share it with my family all the time. Anybody's anywhere near me. I mean, I talk to them about it. It's just, you can't not talk about it. When something has changed your life so extremely, I mean, you just can't not talk about it. And I have had some success. I've had some skepticism, but I've had some people that knew me from the past that got on it and trusted me. Um, I have a nurse. I've been talking to some other people from my past and kind of filling them in on some of my health challenges that they didn't know about. But then I've also reconnected with some old friends that have known me over the years when I have had health issues.
Mhm.
And so, I'm just reaching out to everybody. And it's what I love about it is like it's such a team and a family environment. You're not by yourself. And you have every learning tool available to you. And Because I really struggled with kind of saying too much. You can ask Jordan at times. And it's like, well, I'm still trying to learn how to kind of shorten things. And I've done a lot better job, but it's like just making, I don't want to be pushy because we're not pushy. We just want to help people. And that's the same mind. I mean, all of us have the same mindset and the same goal is wanting to help people. And so that's just what I'm doing. And I'm putting the bug in people's ear and, messaging them on, Facebook Messenger. And I feel face to face is really good for me too. That's why another reason I'm up here in Indiana. The face to face and reconnecting with my past and all of that, that's really where I think it's easier. You kind of catch up for a little bit, and then you obviously are going to talk about how you're doing. You ask about how they're doing. You'll be like, oh yeah, I'm on these incredible products now. Tell me more about it. So that just really opens up doors because I'm just a very sociable person. Love to talk, love to be around people.
I love it. One night, that's funny because I remember one night I was like, I can't talk anymore. I was like, done. I was like rejecting Jordan's call. I was like, I can't do it right now, God. I was like, I can't. I'm having a breakdown. I'm like, I can't talk to anybody. And I remember God was like, call him back right now. And I was like, oh my God. And I call and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to say. He's like, Lisa, I called you. What if I have something to say? And I'm like, oh yes, brilliant. So sometimes it can be like that.
Right.
Because we're so enthusiastic about just life in general. I think, when you get something that you love so much, you just know no stranger. You want to tell everybody about it. And it just becomes so easy. So I love that you just want to carry that message everywhere in the world because this is really, really valuable to you. And, you've had some hard hits with your health. And so I think that that's very genuine and it's very sincere that you really want to help people and you want that to translate into other people's lives. And thank you for doing that and kind of just like moving yourself out of the way because, you could just like know about this product and not tell anybody and just
I could.
Like you could just have all these great results and be like, that's enough. I don't need to tell anybody. But the fact that you've moved yourself out of the way and to have, become selfless with this message, it's very, very beautiful. So I commend you certainly for that. And I congratulate you, on your success that you're having, here as well, not just in your personal health, but obviously in the business, because I think you're doing some good things in the business. And, what do you hope to kind of accomplish next? What's kind of the next step for you here?
I would love everybody on the planet to be on these products. It's not even about money for me. Yes, I want to make money, but first and foremost, I want to help people. Nobody out there wants to age, even if they don't have health problems. But there are so many people. I've worked in healthcare, I've worked in nursing homes, that kind of thing, and I absolutely loved it. And I feel things so deeply for people. I internalize and hold things in so deeply. I think that kind of took a toll on my health a little bit too, just that inner, anxiety and all of that. And it can affect you in every physical and mental way possible. It took me years to really realize that. So mentally, I really had to change too. And, I've been able to do that with these products. I was at a turning point when I found these products. I'm like, God, lead me to something. There's got to be something out there. So the timing of it was absolutely perfect. It's been less than 7 months and my life has changed this much. My goal is to reach and tell everybody I meet, everybody I know about the product and all of our products. And I want them to at least try it. And I know when they try it, they're not going to want to stop taking it. There's no way I am ever going to stop taking the products, ever. I am not going back there. I am just in too good of a place. I feel less than half my age.
So awesome. I love that. I love hearing that. So, I think that just being a product of the product is such a blessing in our industry, just as a whole, because that's all we do. We just share these products with others. And, they become our customers and we try to help them as much as we can. And it's really that simple. And I don't
Right.
think there's really anything difficult to this. I think the blessing is that you are really a product of the product. And
Right.
that again, it just translates, and it's very
Mhm.
genuine and it's very sincere. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see the place
Yeah.
that you're in. It's beautiful to see the growth that you're in. And I'm excited that you're a part of Team Win.
Oh, me too.
I saw all your products. What do you love about our industry? Obviously you've already talked so much about the products and what it's done for
Mhm.
you. Is there anything special that you love about Team Win or this industry or just being a part of this collective here?
Well, there's so much. Well, like I said, I mean, you're never alone. Once I really got serious about selling, I got to start joining the chat. And of course, I was kind of, a little kind of getting a feel for it, seeing how people interacted, that kind of thing. And because, we come from the day when everything was face to face and this is all like online and you're chatting and stuff. But I've had, people reach out and they've said, I'm here for you anytime you need anything. And everybody on our team has an expertise in some area. So I'm starting to know people well enough to where it's like, okay, if it's a technical question or something like that, I can call Brooke or Jess or somebody, and it's this kind of question I can call or text whoever. But I've talked with Joe, our co-founder, on the
Mhm.
phone. I've talked with Lee, our co-founder, on the phone. How many companies do that? I mean, you don't know who's at what level. Everybody is equal. Nobody thinks they're better than you. Nobody wants you to fail. They would be fine if you excel and go higher than they do. What company does that? I mean, it's crazy. And
Yeah,
I cannot
I
wait for the
love that.
day.
I love that, Michelle, about
Mhm.
I realized that very early on as well.
Yeah.
Is that the owners of the company and the leadership in this company want to engage with the field. They
Hmm.
want to know what is going on in the field. They're
Right.
not just burying their heads in the sand. They want to hear from us.
Hmm.
They want to connect with us.
Right.
Ellie and Alexi and Joe and Lee. And I mean, they do calls for us. And
Yeah.
I would say the support that we have as distributors in the field, as this like
Hmm.
huge volunteer army of, advertisers
Hmm.
with our voices, that they are definitely in the trenches with us,
Right.
doing phone calls, doing Zooms, just connecting with us and really wanting to get the heartbeat of what is going on out there. And I
Right.
love that. I love that they're super in touch. And that is very, very important to NewULife. And that's very important to us as distributors
Right.
that are in the field, that we have such great support. So I
Right.
love that you said that, because that is huge. And I've
Hmm.
witnessed that myself firsthand, being a part of this
Right.
company. So I guess what we can do is just transition to, what is your favorite product out of all the
Oh, goodness.
products? I have literally
Oh,
seen you have
it
all
is so hard. I couldn't get them all in the picture.
so what is
You know
your
how hard it was to get them in the picture?
I know. I saw your picture and you have like all the products. I love it.
Uh,
What is your favorite product out of all these? Oh, and here we have
uh,
Lyft, which I love.
that is so hard to
Yeah.
say.
So what is your favorite out of all these products? Which one's going to be your favorite?
Hmm. Good question. Well, the Somaderm was my start, my foundation, my beginning. So I'll have to say Somaderm.
Somaderm. Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Well, and what's your second one? I wonder if I can guess it. We'll see.
Um, mm, the Tri-MLT.
Yeah. So mine is
Yeah.
the same. It's a Somaderm and then the Tri-MLT,
Yeah.
and then probably
Mhm.
from there, the rest of them. But yeah, those two
Yeah.
are my favorite. Well, I'm
Yeah.
so glad that you were able to just share some time with me today and
Yes, I
just get
appreciate it.
on here and just share your heart. Is there any like last just messages that you would love for like maybe even women to know, just that are considering getting on these products, maybe even looking at this as a business opportunity? Is there anything that you would just love to speak from your heart to the ladies out there that are listening today?
Well, throughout my life, I kind of didn't have a lot of self-confidence as a woman. And then after staying home, and then when I wanted to get in the working world, I was physically unable to and was denied disability and all of that. And so I know what it's like not to have that confidence or the comfort in doing something like this. But this is not like other companies. You're not alone. You can do it. We're all a team. We work together. We're here to support you. And I think that, I mean, even if you just want to do it or just at least try the product, and just see what it does for you. I think as women, we take a lot of stress, anxiety, and depression, and so much. We try to be the powerhouses of, our family, and it can take a toll on you. And this gets you that wonderful support system, which has boosted my spirits significantly. And it is only part of it. I mean, it's like the products do something, the group atmosphere and the support you get from them does something. God's in this. There's so many aspects that all come together, and that's all like the balance of life. And that is where I am. And I wish that for any woman out there. I mean, try the product. You have nothing to lose, 60-day money back guarantee, no side effects. And he never, will do anything less than the best with our products, and nothing to ever harm you. And I believe any woman, even if you're not a real sociable person or really outgoing or whatever, you have everything you need to help you succeed if you want to do this as a business and be self-sustaining. That's kind of where I am right now. And another thing I love about the company is I've kind of at this point in my life have come up with like a bucket list the last few years I've been adding to. And early on in my life, I wanted to do missions. I wanted to be like a missionary and do missions. Then I got married when I was 20, so that didn't happen. But they do missions work while they're at a fun Jamaica retreat a few weeks ago. People that won the trip from doing the business, and they earned that, but yet they gave back, yes, which I absolutely love. And I can't wait to be able to go on one of those trips. Yes. So they do that. They give you the products to help your mental and physical well-being, to get you in balance, your hormones balanced. And you have a family, people that are there 24/7 that you can reach out to. And you just can't get that anywhere else. I mean, it has affected my entire life. I mean, it can affect anybody else's entire life out there.
Yeah, that is so awesome. I love that you shared about that. We were just talking to Brooke on an interview, and she was mentioning about that project and how blessed she was to be able to be there and just see the children and work on that project. And
yeah.
I have such a heart for missions too. My parents are evangelists. I was an evangelist for 20 years, full-time ministry. And that is my driving force being in this business, so right. You and I are going to have a great time together on that next.
Yes.
Be serving right alongside of each other,
yes.
that community, wherever wherever that trip is. And I look forward to that day with you. And I look forward to celebrating our birthdays together.
Yes, definitely.
And I'm so blessed that we had this conversation today.
Me
really
too.
Get to know you and just kind of know your journey. And just thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
I really, really appreciate you. And, God's grace on your life and God's blessing on your life. And I pray that you do amazing things with this business and just take it as far as Jesus will allow you to.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
God
bless
you. It's been great.
Okay.
God bless you. Bye-bye.